Welcome to the channel, everyone, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the arcade game Terminator Salvation. Now, there's four mechanics to this game, or four things we'll be reviewing in total, which is the first thing is going to be the gameplay, the second thing is going to be the sound, third is going to be impression, and the fourth is going to be the comparisons to other rail shooters, or other arcade rail shooters. Let's start with the gameplay. Terminator Salvation is an excellent rail shooter that brings you straight into the action of a resistance member fighting and shooting your way through different models of T-600s or the T-Series. Along with this, the game pushes you further into the arcade experience of defeating the rest of Skynet's army, which are also known as hunter-killers. Let's start with the missions in the arcade experience. Terminator Salvation is comprised of 8 chapters in total with 2 missions to pick from, either or. Luckily, in-game you get to choose which mission to pick, making the experience more enjoyable. With missions 1, you get to seek and destroy the underground lab and take down the army of Skynet with it. With missions 2, you get a more generous approach. This time you escort the refugees and take down Skynet. In my opinion, I've never gotten the chance to actually play this game in person at an actual arcade. The only time I've actually gotten to take a whole look at the arcade machine with the deluxe cabinet is inside of a mall with the AMC movie theater venue, which had various attractions, which included this game. This was a long time ago though. On this channel, you'll see that I played through all of the game, and self-admittedly for a Raw Thrills game, this is pretty dang fun. Despite the negative reputations and rumors Raw Thrill gets sometimes for not being on par with the other vendors. Examples given are Sega, Taito, but in all honesty, this game is really fun and in my opinion on par with the arcade vendors I just mentioned. This game is easily on par and comparable to other rail shooters such as Haunted Museum and the House of the Dead series. The only exception of Raw Thrills, and the most fascinating thing where this hits home, is that the arcade game literally brings the experience to your face, giving it a thrill per se without having to wear any 3D glasses. A similar in-your-face experience is the Transformers Human Alliance arcade game, although in that game the voice acting is pretty funny. They tried to give Optimus Prime the classic robotic auto-tuned Autobot voice by blending the letters V and W, though that's for a later time. Anyways, that's it for the gameplay. Now onto the technical side, which is the sound. When it comes to music and sound, it comes off cheap but in an entertaining way where they actually did a pretty good job pulling off the classic Terminator theme without lawsuits getting thrown at them left and right. The music and sound are robust and make it feel like you're actually in-game fighting the army of Skynet, but sometimes it can get over-bombarding, making you ignore the music halfway and just focusing on the gameplay straight as is. Though on the technical side, this is minor. This doesn't ruin the gaming experience you'll have with this arcade game. As far as impressions go, this game will not leave a sour or bad taste in the mouth. In fact, I think it's too short. That's the only downside. There's high impressions for this game as far as the eye can see, and it delivers plentifully. The only point where this falls flat is how short it is. It's disappointing when you finally take down the underground lab, and after that there's nothing left. That's the end of the game. It's so fun and enjoyable that it leaves you wanting more of the game. As a matter of fact, you would hope there would be numerous sequels or at least one sequel to this game, similar to how the Time Crisis or the House of Dead series has its sequels and lore. If you're a real arcade fanatic, you'll be wasting your coins in the slot chute trying to experience the game until the end. It's that fun. Now, we'll kick off with the end of this video by how the game stands the test of time to other rail shooters. I played other rail shooter series such as the House of the Dead, Time Crisis, Haunted Museum, etc. And as far as Terminator Salvation goes, this arcade game stands the test of time. It's aged well considerably. The only thing I'd see if Raw Thrills wanted to bring in more profit is that maybe later in the future they could port the arcade game over to consoles, just as how Sega ported over the House of the Dead 4 and 3 to the Sony PlayStation 3 and the original Xbox. Terminator Salvation in total is a unique and fun arcade rail shooter experience that will keep you wanting more of the action. That's if the vendor in the near future decides to port their copies onto console and sooner or later make a sequel at least. If you like what you see or you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Stay tuned for more video game reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye.